Welcome to the Water Meditation and Consciousness Experiment with the Water Peace Project. Together we are connecting through water for peace, a journey through water and your heart. Water holds the answers to all of our questions. Who are we? Where did we come from? And why are we here? For today's session, we will be reflecting on the words from Dr. Emoto from his book, The Miracle of Water. Let's begin with a powerful clearing with the Ho'oponopono prayer. Please connect with your sincere heart and join in resonance by repeating 3 times. Water, I am sorry. Water, please forgive me. Water, I thank you. Water, I love you. Water, I am sorry. Water, please forgive me. Water, I thank you. Water, I love you. Water, I am sorry. Water, please forgive me. Water, I thank you. Water, I love you. We only have one Mother Water. Please connect to your sincere heart and direct your sincere love and gratitude to all water. Let's begin with Chapter 5. Water crystals can bring forth your potential. Photographs for positive change. We have already seen how resonance results in harmonious vibration and an increase in positive energy. I frequently have the opportunity to meet with people who say to me, I want to change. As you already understand from the various photographs of water crystals, positive words result in positive change. And we can also conclude that if we wish to make a positive change within ourselves, we will need to change the purity of the water within our bodies. Perhaps you've seen card decks printed with positive messages. The idea is to pick up a card from the deck each morning and then live your life in accordance with the card's message that day. In this same way, I encourage you to look at one of the positive photographs in this book each morning, or to use the water crystal oracle that I have created. In this chapter, we'll look at each crystal and explore the meaning of words and how the meaning is reflected in the crystals. We'll see how each crystal has its own distinct character and unique beauty. The amazing power of unconscious words. What do you say to yourself each day when you look into the mirror? What words are stirring within your soul? How many of us say such things as, "I'm so beautiful," or "I'm really charming"? Take a look at the crystal at the top of page 47, and you'll see the effect that words such as beautiful and charming can have. Perhaps you're used to using these words when referring to others, but these are also words that you can say to yourself. Keep on talking like that, and soon the water within you will change, and you will become a truly beautiful person from the inside out. Now, consider the crystal at the bottom of page 47. This crystal appears isolated and ignored. In another experiment conducted with rice, we discovered that rice which was ignored spoiled more rapidly than rice which was exposed to words of scorn. From this, we can deduce that apathy about your body, face, or personality cannot help but have a negative effect. Apathy will spoil the water within us, and from the inside out, the cells will age and deteriorate at an accelerated rate. But if you wish to slow down this process, then become aware of your absolute beauty and appreciate and love every body part, from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Just as words have the power to generate energy, so does the casual gaze. When someone looks at you in a positive way, it can do wonders for the way you feel, while being ignored seems to suck the energy from you. In this same way, when you look at yourself in a positive way, you will feel positive energy fill your body, while ignoring yourself will have the opposite effect. If you can see the beauty within yourself, that's the direction in which you'll move. But if all you can see is what you think makes you unattractive, then that is what you'll become more like. The power of desire. As a child, I once made 100 wishes. Upon those fulfilled dreams of a child, I have built the dreams that I now have as an adult. It is important to have big dreams and to desire with passion. By having big dreams, you will meet the people you need to meet, have the experiences you need to have, and your capacity will rise to the level of your dreams. The bigger your dream, the bigger your capacity will be. I'm quite sure that everyone who has met with some degree of success in his or her life could tell you something similar to this. Expressions such as, "I want this to happen," or I want to do that, or born of the abilities that you already have. There isn't anything you can honestly wish for that isn't somehow possible. Have the biggest dreams possible. Big dreamers live bold and full lives. They may get discouraged at times, but they soon succeed. Perhaps this is what the Hope Crystal on page 48 is telling us. One unique thing about this crystal is that it is formed and grew at an incredibly fast speed, telling us that hope, even a little hope, will lead to more hope and more possibilities. Wouldn't it be wonderful to live in such a way that your hopes and dreams continually expand and branch out? I encourage you to place the photograph of this crystal in a place where you can see it as you go about achieving the dreams within your heart. The meaning of dreams. Water that was shown the word dream formed a crystal with a beautiful 7-sided shape. See page 35. To me, this 7-point crystal symbolizes a bridge to the 4th dimension, or the future. I believe that dreams possess an unusual dimensional aspect, namely that they are between the 3rd and 4th dimensions. In other words, they suggest the future but are not a full representation of the 4th dimension. For this reason, I say that they are part of a 3.5 dimensional world, and the 7-point water crystals formed by dreams are also part of this world. The world inhabited by the souls of the departed is also made up of 3.5 dimensions. We always dream, but the dreams themselves are illusionary and often fade into nothingness soon after we awaken. These imprecise, 7-sided water crystals formed by being exposed to dreams are part of an in-between world. If we look at the phenomenon from the world of 3.5 dimensions, these phenomena might also serve as a kind of blueprint for a new future. Let me explain. In Japan, it is believed that dreams transcend limitations of time and space. Through our dreams, we are able to receive communications from previous ages and from our own previous lives. Dreams, then, are a form of reference material that provide us with an almost godlike capacity to understand the future. Lately, in my dreams, I see the world coming to an end. Because our dreams give us access to memories from previous generations, we have been given the appointed mission of not allowing the same bad things from the past to be repeated. These dreams give me the resolve to change the direction that civilization is headed. On this point, through water, an appeal is being made for world peace. Through your dreams, you are able to guide yourself. If you have good dreams, those are the kinds of things that will come to pass. When you experience a bad dream, it should be your hope that the contents of that dream will not come to pass. If the terrible things that you dreamt about are actually coming true, then it is up to you to avoid the undesirable things as you go about your daily life. Because it is good that happy occurrences take place, you should set your life's compass to move in a positive direction. What I am suggesting here is that dreams give us the opportunity and power to control what we do. We can use this power for positive change in the world. This is the belief system that currently guides my life. Vocalizing your dreams for stronger effect. How often do you express positive words rather than just letting them float in and out of your consciousness? The water crystals show us the effect that the simple act of vocalizing good words can have. When we compare water that has been exposed to words only and water exposed to music, the water exposed to music forms into a crystal much faster. Water exposed for only about 30 minutes to music will form crystals that reflect the music, but the formation of the crystal affected by a written word requires at least 1 day of exposure. It makes sense. Music creates and relays considerably more vibration than that created by writing. To understand the strength of vibration, think about the volume of a speaker. Music is like a speaker turned to high volume, relaying vibration in a direct way. When I previously suggested that you look at yourself in the mirror and compliment yourself, I suggested that you speak out loud instead of just thinking the thoughts. And that also is a direct way of relaying vibration. Perhaps you think that saying, "I love you," or "I respect you," to yourself in the mirror just isn't something you could actually do. But I can promise you that people who are capable of changing themselves for the better are all capable of this simple task. When you become accustomed to this, you'll be able to make changes within yourself that, while not initially noticeable, will nonetheless be real through the water within your body. Let's take another look at the ugly crystal on page 47, which effectively reveals what the word ugly can do to us. Considering that just thinking ugly has this effect, can you imagine the effect it can have on you when you vocalize it? Avoid casting judgment on yourself, other people, or other things by calling them ugly. Despair is the beginning of hope. Life is full of mistakes and failure. We sometimes think that everything that can go wrong usually does. The person you love rejects you. The place where you wanted to work doesn't hire you. If you thought about ending your life every time you failed, life would be short indeed. But let's look at the crystal formed by the word despair on page 48. The formation could hardly be called a crystal. This experiment resulted in 1 or 2 scrawny crystals, but that was all. What could this be telling us? I think the message is that despair is the beginning of hope. Of course, you experience great sadness at times of despair, but it's also an opportunity to go back to and start again with a clean slate. It's the starting point of new hope. Crystals teach us that by looking at despair in this way, we can soften the pain even a little. Clasping your hands as a source of energy. When water was exposed to clasping hands, it formed one of the crystals shown on page 49. Think for a moment about why people clasp their hands. No matter what the culture or religion, people clasp their hands together when asking something of the Creator or of other people. A ritual of the ancient Japanese religion of Shinto is to face the sun at about 4:30 in the morning, lifting up your arms and bringing your hands together as if you were absorbing the light into your soul. It is a way of gathering energy. By bringing the hands together, a simple form of energy from resonance forms and expands and enters your body. Consider the character that the Japanese use to write sound, pronounced ado. This character is actually formed of 2 simple characters, the top part meaning to stand, and the bottom part meaning sun. So it would seem that the people of long ago understood well the relationship between the vibration of sound and the sun. Of course, modern science has now shown us that light is waves, vibration, if you will, and the source of our energy. And it's not so hard to imagine why people of ancient times faced the sun in the morning and asked to be the vessel of its energy by clasping their hands together. This is where we will end the reading for today, The Miracle of Water by Dr. Emoto. Thank you for taking this journey with us. We hope that you can join us again. To learn more about the Water Peace Project's live consciousness experiments and other events, please visit thewaterpeaceproject.org. Let us end today's session with the Grand Invocation in Japanese from Dr. Emoto, recorded in July of 2011. The Grand Invocation meaning in English: the internal power of the universe has gathered itself to create a world with true and grand harmony.
大断言、宇宙の無限の力が凝り凝って誠の大和の御代がなりなった。思わ宇宙の無限の力が凝り凝って誠の大和の御代が